Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today there is a lot of different incentives that are out there in the Tesla ecosphere. A lot of them could be confusing, like what stacks with each other. Well, I guess everything stacks with each other, but there's so many different little things out there that I figured with 7 days left of the month, we should do a little bit of a recap because there's even incentives that was just released just a few days ago or even yesterday. So let's go through all the different Tesla incentives, give you an update, and talk about what types of deals that you can get by the end of the month. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide or even schedule a phone call with me. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. And so here it is. Here is the full list of all the different incentives through Tesla that are happening right now. And it's a lot. I mean, just take a look at this crazy list that's on the screen. You can see it could be going in a many of different directions. Tesla is offering tons of incentives right now. And it really just shows how much they're throwing at this, how much they're throwing against the wall to try and clear inventory by the end of the year. We can see Model Y inventory is selling at a pretty nice pace. You can see this mustard line is going downwards. The pink line is Tesla's Model 3, and really there's not that much inventory, at least relative to the other ones. But the two biggest things here by showing this inventory chart, Model S and Model X are both creeping up just a little bit, with Model X already surpassing. Model X is the highest inventory vehicle in stock from Tesla right now. So are we going to see some bigger discounts for Model S and Model X? I mean, fingers crossed. That would be pretty sick if we can see something like that. And so here it is. Let's just run through this quickly, this really quick list. Of course, there's that Tesla referral code discount, just like the one down below in the description, where you can get up to $1,000 off of a Tesla vehicle. It does stack with inventory vehicles and everything like that. The second one is inventory discounts, anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 off. Our full list of all the best deals that are out there, you can find it down below in our description. It's posted on every single video. And we keep this updated daily, but you can see like Model Y right here, this one, $4,400 off. You can see there's plenty of Model 3s that are $3,800 off. And the beauty with these is that it does stack with the Tesla referral code, so you can get that extra $500 to $1,000 off. And I just did a quick scrub, and there's still plenty of them out there. And I'm going to add these to our list at the end of the live stream, like Model 3 right here, a nice blue one, long range all-wheel drive, $4,000 discount. Here's a white one, $4,000 discount. A Model Y, $4,360 discount, and the list goes on and on with all these different ones. $4,400 off this Model Y, that's a red one. It seems like they're trying to add a lot of discounts on the red color, which makes sense. I bet red is their slowest moving Tesla vehicle in terms of color options. And so it makes sense why they're discounting it. There's another one, Model Y, $4,000 off. A Quicksilver, a brand new Model 3 rear-wheel drive that's a Quicksilver, $3,720 off. This might be the build to get, especially if you're looking for the most inexpensive, least cheap build that's out there, but you still want that Quicksilver. And essentially, you're getting Quicksilver and the rims almost for free with this build by it being almost $4,000 off. And of course, don't forget to stack it with a Tesla referral code to really make sure it's free out there. Here's another Model 3 long-range wheel drive at $4,000 or $3,720 off. The deals here are really this, like especially if you can find one of these with an almost $4,000 discount, if you can lease it, that's where you're going to find the most impactful lower payment with that nice discount that is on there. Here's a long range all-wheel drive that has a $4,000 discount and another one at a $4,000 discount. So you can see the deals are certainly there. So I would say at this point, my threshold is I want to get a deal. I would say for you guys, I would say $4,000 to $5,000 off before any of these other incentives. That is where I would want to be at before purchasing and taking advantage of all the different deals that could be out there. The next one is free full self-driving on a Model 3, Model S, X, and even Cybertruck. Of course, you have to take delivery by the end of the year. This is, of course, is you have to have a Tesla currently, and then you're transferring that full self-driving to the new one. So maybe there's an option here where maybe you buy a used Tesla that has full self-driving and then try and transfer it out of that, because you don't have to sell the first Tesla. So maybe there could be valuation, like there could be some 15 to 20K Model 3s out there with full self-driving. You buy it, transfer it, keep the car A, and then get the new car with the new cameras and everything so that you can get that full self-driving. Next one is 0% financing on the Model 3 and Model Y. And this is where it gets pretty granular. Model 3, you can only go up to 36 months and you have to put 20% down on all of these, or it's going to be 2.99 financing up to 72 months. 0% financing on the Model Y is up to 60 months and you have to put 20% down, or it's 0.99 financing for 72 months. And I feel like this isn't highlighted enough because 0.99 is still really good. Like if you do the math between 0.99 and 0, if you kept that loan all the way to the end of the loan, I want to say it's like $1,000 in interest or give or take or something like that. So I would say if you need that extra 72 months or that extra 12 months for up to 72 months, maybe consider that and then just try and pay it down aggressively as much as possible by the end of the loan. Because interest on car loans, how it works is as long as if you keep the loan all the way to the end, that's when you pay the total interest. If you pay it off quicker, then of course the interest kind of just stops. It's not front loaded with all that different interest. Model X all-wheel drive, one paid options included with full self-driving. So if you buy the $8,000 full self-driving package, then you get one paid option completely for free. And that could be as much as the 6-seater or 7-seater configuration, which is up to $6,500. Model 3 Performance, free paint option with full self-driving. So if you get full self-driving, you get the paint color for free, like $2,000 valuation on Ultra Red. There's another $1,000 discount for the Tesla military program. This does stack with everything else. So if you can get this one on top of that, it's pretty nice on top of that. And lastly, 1 year of free premium connectivity, which is valued at $100. So nothing to really jump out of your seat for this type of offer, but it is a nice carrot, nice to have as a carrot on top, so that you don't have to pay for it and it comes with the vehicle, because that's kind of what happens on like Model S's and Model X's. You actually get 1 year included when you buy a Model S or Model X. You don't have to pay like the $100 or the $10 a month or whatever it is on top of that. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money lately, and that's why we talk about this channel, trying to get the best deal on a Tesla. And I've been looking at our subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Netflix, trying to figure out how I could save some money every single month. And cutting expenses, it's kind of hard. We've been trying to rack our brain together and figure out how. That's why I'm so intrigued with our channel partner, Mint Mobile. They offer premium wireless starting at $15 a month. And I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, and I can even bring my own phone along with my current number and existing contracts. I'm sacrificing nothing. I've used Mint Mobile a ton, and I switched my second line to Mint Mobile, and I've been using it to watch YouTube and play podcasts on our daily commute and haven't noticed any drop in speed. And I can't tell the difference. So how hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's actually hard, but it's not at all. Switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, to get premium wireless for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Anthony, thanks for dropping by. Peter, thanks for dropping by. Chris, Crypto Zero, Omniarch, thanks for coming by. And Sergeant Ram, Lendy, Amel, Rajath, thanks for dropping by. Curtis, happy Wednesday, everyone. Eggman and Crypto Zero. Might as well announce this. We're going to announce it every single live stream, but we're going to be doing something big in December. So if you are sticking around until December, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, because we're going to be giving away one Tesla accessory every single day for the whole month of December. So what's that? 31 days of accessory giveaways. So if you want to join in, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course, tune back into December where we kick off a giveaway for an accessory every single freaking day. In this next topic, don't lease a Tesla before watching this. So let's talk about some of the pitfalls, the pros and cons for leasing a Tesla, because right now Tesla leasing actually just got substantially better. And I'll talk about why that's actually happening. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So shout out to PB in the Discord app. If you want to see more deals like this, where we share all the different deals, PB actually posted this. This is what you're looking at here right now is a lease breakdown of what on a Tesla lease. You get this on the back end after you place a deposit. After you place a deposit on a vehicle, and hopefully it's a vehicle that's got like a $4,000 to $5,000 discount. And of course you can stack that with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. You get to this phase where you can choose whether you're going to do cash, lease, or finance. And don't worry, you can always change at this point what you want to do. So if you like these, if you do an application and you don't like these lease numbers, you can change it to finance and vice versa. But what we can see here, what we can pull from this is a Model 3 long range all-wheel drive lease. We can see there's some, of course, a price adjustment, $4,000 off, or almost $4,000 off, with the old Tesla referral program of $1,000. It's only $500 now. And we can see here that the monthly payment is $376. Not too bad. Pretty low payment for a Model 3. I would imagine a lot of you out there want to be a low payment, like $376. But the reason why I say that Tesla leasing just got better is because if you take a look closely, you can see that the APR, or interest rate, for this Tesla lease is 2.84%. In the past, even as recently as last month or the month before, interest rates for financing a Model 3 or leasing a Model 3, it's also commonly known as money factor, was 5 to 8%. I've even seen like 9% APR interest rates for leasing a Tesla vehicle. So because when you're leasing, you're still financing the difference between what you're actually using. And it's interesting to see that now they've also dropped the lease financing rates down to whatever rates that they have. Unfortunately, it's not posted anywhere on Tesla's website. They don't actually publicly post these information for some reason, but we've got this screenshot of a deal that just happened. Shout out to PB. And we can see that the lease rate was 2.84%. So you might be thinking like, oh, that's great. Let's just go ahead and lease all these different vehicles. But there are some cons to this, because yes, leasing a vehicle does get you a relatively low payment compared to financing, or it might even be the same depending on the situation, because not every single Tesla lease is going to have a low interest rate like that. I think the Model Y is still a little bit higher, but still it could be, you're not going to know, unfortunately, until you get into the actual process. But the biggest drawback with leasing a Tesla is you cannot buy out the vehicle at the end of the lease. You might think like, oh, well, why would I want to do that? I'm going to just give it back to them and it's their problem. Well, in the past, there has been issues in which, not issues, but if you don't take care of your vehicle, if you drive your vehicle, if you are very common to like scratch the rims or the body panels and things like that, you don't want to get into this situation. So this post, yes, was 2 years ago, but it's still probably around the same, because when you lease a vehicle and you turn it back in, you're still due to pay any excess wear charges that be happening on the vehicle. So if like a body panels and scratch, you can see all the different amounts that they potentially could charge you. If rims are curbed, they might charge you for a brand new rim. It probably has gotten better since this post was made 2 years ago, because $5,400 is a lot of money, and certainly Tesla or customers probably are not going to be happy with this, and they're going to find different ways to try and get out of it, or they might get a salty taste in the mouth and they're never going to want to lease a vehicle from Tesla again. And so Tesla knows this, and that's why we've commonly seen a lot of different lease and promotions that have come out of the woodwork from Tesla since. So shout out to Owen for posting this. This was like 6 months ago, but you can see that they were shopping for a new vehicle and they had a current Tesla lease, and Tesla actually gave them a $2,800 value to try and get into another Tesla lease, because that's the thing with leasing, right? Especially Tesla leasing, it's a cycle that they want you to create a pattern so that you could just keep getting a new Tesla every 2 to 3 years. So here's a list of some of the incentives that could be offered to you if you lease a vehicle. So of course, the last 2 payments of the monthly payments were waived, and I've actually seen up to 3 monthly payments waived at the end of it if you're getting a new vehicle. $395 disposition fee waived, because yes, when you end the lease for Tesla, if you're not getting another Tesla, they're going to charge you a almost $400 fee. $500 credit for excess wear and tear. So of course, if you've damaged the vehicle in some way or scratched it, you can see that they try and help you out with that. And of course, there's always other benefits on the front side, like referral discounts, inventory discounts, and all these other different things that are out there. So hopefully that clears it up. There's a lot that goes into leasing a vehicle. So certainly that is one way to take a look at it. But if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, that's what channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet is an approved Tesla financing partner and can get you the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, whether it's new or used. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. Hit the link and do an application to do a soft inquiry, no obligation check on your credit to see what the offer is. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But let's jump into the live stream comments. Jake, thanks for the super chat. Can you please talk about Tesla lease transfer? Yeah, it's actually possible 100%, but you have to, I think there's a lease transfer fee, like $500. And of course, you have to find someone that has good credit so that they can get approved on the new lease. But still really interesting to see that Tesla has dropped the interest rates on leases as well. And thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the support. Chris, can you help me choose the best deal for a commuter vehicle, Model 3 and Model Y, in zip code 88012? Your best bet, Chris, is actually the website, Tesla inventory website. Or if you want more support, definitely check out our Patreon link down below in the description. Sergeant, I'm so close to buying a Model Y, but I'm afraid I'll regret it not waiting for the Juniper. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe do like a 2 to 3 year lease, just drive it and take care of it for 2 years, and then give it back to Tesla and then get into a Juniper. That might be your move because right now Juniper deals are fantastic. Model Y deals are fantastic, the current version. Lendy, I'm trying to use the referral code, but it only give me a 500 instead of 1,000. Yeah, unfortunately they changed that. It is only down to $500 for the Model 3 and the Model Y, which is still good. And I definitely warned people about this because Tesla in the past has changed the referral program a lot. And so it might not even be 500 by the end of this month. Who knows? Arnell, hey Dennis, I want your opinion in the money value of full self-driving to consider buying it. Just curious, $8,000 is reasonable in your opinion. Thanks in advance. That is a tough one. Unless you've got money just burning a hole in your pocket and you're okay with investing that $8,000, I think it could be like for me, when we drive out, we're probably driving 2 hours a day if we're going out, but we're not going out every single day. And so certainly I could see the investment in the $8,000. If I was someone that kept Tesla vehicles 5 to 6 years, then I could see that being worth it. I'm now considering because you don't actually have to give the $8,000. You could just do a $100 a month full self-driving subscription, which is a much better offer. I would say do that instead and save your money. Rajath, would it be a much better deal to buy a Model Y Performance now at 0%, or should I wait later in line this year, or even would Juniper be the same as now? Yeah, Juniper won't be as aggressive, and at least not initially. Like, of course, it will release, and then after like 3 to 6 months after that, then it will start to get some deals on it. Curtis, yeah, I think Tesla changed the referral program. When they started the 0%, referrals only say 500. Yes, the referral program has been nerfed or not killed, but shot in the whatever. You can see Model Y, Model 3 is down to 500, and Model S and Model X is still 1,000. Keyword is up to $1,000 off of a Tesla vehicle that Tesla pretty much changed it on their end. 100%. But if you're just joining in, welcome everybody. We're taking a look at a Tesla lease right now. And I was very surprised to see that a Tesla lease has a 2.84% interest rate on a lease. It's much lower. It used to be like 5, 6, 8% on a lease. Egg, I took delivery 2 weeks ago, Model 3 all-wheel drive. Can I still get premium connected for 1 year promo? No. Unfortunately, Tesla's very notorious with that. They do not give retroactive deals at all. Crypto, when is Tesla minivan? Great question. Probably next year, or maybe years after that. Actually, I don't want to say that it's coming out next year. Mister, looking to trade in an old car for a Tesla. Is it worth trading Tesla or another company? Great question. If your car is valued anywhere from $15,000 or less, sell it on Facebook Marketplace, put it for a cash offer only, and you'll sell it really quickly. Prices or vehicles in that price range sell quickly. Roblox, did you listen to the Tesla quarterly financial results? Great question, actually, and actually good segue into our next topic. In this next topic, there's two brand new vehicles coming out in the first half of 2025. Let's talk about everything that was discussed, or the things that I thought were important for you guys in the Tesla earnings call. Everything you need to know from the Tesla earnings call. Let's jump into it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Interesting earnings earnings call, it seems like stocks for the Tesla stock is starting to jump up a little bit from that, like what, a 10 to 20% gain. So very bullish for sure. But here's the key things that you need to know as relates to buying a Tesla. Tesla just suggests that the upgraded Model Y Juniper and the next generation low-cost vehicle will start production in Q1 of 2025. Quote, plans for new vehicles, including more affordable models, remain on track to start production in the first half of 2025. So that would mean if they're starting production, then we could still see a delivery of June to July. So I'm still sticking with my guns on saying that it's going to be June or July for a Model Y Juniper. If it happens before, then, it's one of those like expect the worst and hope for the best. But certainly I feel like it's going to be a mid-year release for the Model Y Juniper. Here's another one. Tesla suggests that they expect to deliver upwards of 515,000 vehicles in Q4, which would be a record high. Quote, despite ongoing macroeconomic conditions, we expect to achieve slight growth in vehicle deliveries in 2024, yada, 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 over energy. So what that means to me is if they're already tripling down on all these different incentives that we talked about not that long ago, if you want to take a look at it and support the Twitter post or X post that we posted it, go feel free to hit that like. If they've already talked about and they're talking about big delivery numbers with that means they're going to double down more on maybe even more incentives to hit their 515,000 vehicles that needs to be sold by the end of the year. And so Q4 is going to be big. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens in the next few months. Here's the full list of all the different things that Tesla posted this on X. There is a bunch in here regarding to like Tesla AI, new batteries. Cybertruck is already profitable, or at least Cybertruck has already achieved a positive gross margin for the first time. Pretty cool to see that a vehicle that is just came out is already doing that. And cost of goods sold per vehicle came down to the lowest level ever, key to enabling affordability. So what this means is the cost to produce a vehicle of all these different goods has came down. And so that's why these prices, incentives, and everything has gone down. I mean, Model Y Juniper is coming out soon, and maybe the cost of that will be a nice little bump down as well. But here's a chart of that. So shout out to Troy Tesla for posting this. Tesla's cost of reduction in Q3 2024 was huge. To put in perspective, here's a chart that shows the blended worldwide cost per Model 3 and Model Y. So what this is saying is that the worldwide cost for goods sold is $31,996 for a Model 3 and Model Y. So pretty interesting to see this going down lower and lower. And this is part of Tesla's pitch that they try and get these vehicles cheaper and cheaper to manufacture. And so that's why they're passing those savings on to you so that you can get a better deal on a Tesla. Another news with Robotaxi, Tesla is probably supposedly already operating a ride hailing internally already via their Tesla app and also their Robotaxi. So pretty interesting to see on top of that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Daniel, I found a Model Y Performance Quicksilver, $4,300 off, but how are the Uber turbine wheels? I'm told the louder and rougher the ride also wear out faster because of it can't rotate the back tires. Yes, 100% Daniel, and great question. And I had that same worry when we had our Tesla Model Y. In fact, so much that I went and traded my Model Y rims. Let me see if I can find I can't even spell today. Model Y Performance Wheel Trade. Let's see if that works. I actually went ahead and traded my rims to find someone and got cash on top of that, because the funny thing with this is that the Uber turbines they don't look exactly the same, but most people won't know it's really any different. And so I got cash from the deal and traded it to someone else. And the 20-inch rims are rotatable, they're a square setup, and it was definitely worth it because I think I got like $800 in the trade, which is super nice, as you can imagine. Alex, thanks, Dennis. I used a referral code today in Colorado. I won a Model Y. Nice, congrats. Enjoy it in good health. And of course, don't forget to check out our Tesla accessory discount codes down below in the description. We got Jawa for everything and anything you need for your Tesla floor mats, wall mounts, foam mounts, and everything that we use on all our Teslas. We got Vion MAGBAK as well, all down below. Alex, when I came home, Tesla messaged me and offered me 1 year premium connectivity if I switch to an inventory model, switch to an ultra red with 7 seats and white interior for $1,000 less. That's intense that you were able to get basically 7 seats and white interiors for even cheaper than a Model Y long range plus 1 year of that premium connectivity. Really nice. Jonathan, what percentage of people do you think would buy out their lease at the end if Tesla allowed it? And so it's a good question, Jonathan. And really what it is, it's not necessarily that they'll want to buy the vehicle out. It's this, like if they're facing a bill where Tesla's going to charge them $5,000 to $6,000 to turn their lease back in, you can imagine a lot of people will just be like, you know what, I'll just buy it then because I don't want to pay that big bill. That's really, I think, the out that they should give to people instead of charging them big money like this. John, any evidence that Tesla honors the 0% par promo if you're rolling in over negative equity on a trade-in? No evidence. Yeah, I think there was a time where there was a rumor like that, but unfortunately, it didn't really come out to anything. I didn't get anything concrete, and so I think it was only like maybe $1,000 to $2,000 that they'll actually roll in. Daniel, I've been checking 24 Model Y inventory and build says it's and build and want says eligible for $7,500 lease incentive and business tax credit only. Yeah, unfortunately, you cannot get the lease on that for your personal. You have to just lease it to get or you can't get the $7,500 as your personal. You can only lease it to get it. Lavendi, side question, is that a normal Nomad watch band you're wearing? Yes, it is a Nomad watch, not sponsored, but great band. I really like it, actually. Chris, buy now or wait. I don't need something right away, then definitely wait. My recommendations have always been the same. If you can wait till the end of the quarter, the deals always get better by the end of the quarter, so you might as well just wait it out because what's in the rush? Unless, actually, sorry, I've changed that because right now, if you take a look at the deals on Model Ys, it's kind of hard to go against some of these Model Y deals when you're already seeing like $4,000 to $5,000 to $6,000 off. Of course, on top of that, by using a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. And if 0% is at 60 months is what you want already, I don't think you can really get better than that. It might get better like $1,000 to $2,000, but at the same time, you're spending more time researching, so that $1,000 to $2,000 might actually be moot. But if you want the access to our deal sheet, definitely check it out down below in the description or find it in the live stream chat so you can take a look at it. But certainly Model Y, I would say buy now. Model 3, maybe just wait at this point. Lavendi, is it still best practice to put 0 down on a lease? Yeah, I would say so. But if your money factor interest rate is in the 2 to 3, then at the same time, maybe it's not that crazy as well. Curtis, did anyone see the Tesla live earnings report? Anything new? Yeah, we actually just talked about it. IT, thanks for the super chat. How is Tesla for trade-in value for my new Model Y? I've got a 22 Tucson hybrid. If not, go to CarMax, Carvana, Hyundai dealership. Thanks. Yeah, I would go to all of that and compare and contrast all the different offers. And on top of that, IT Daddy, here's a great website that I like to really get a quick value for what it is. It's called Car Buyer USA. I like because you can literally put in any valued vehicle or any vehicle in here, and you don't even have to put in like state or like accident or anything like that, and you can just click offer now and it gives you a value right off the bat. And so this would be my starting point, and then I would still spend the time and go to all those different locations. Hopefully they're not that far away from you, just to compare and contrast and really just pit them all against each other. Like start with CarMax, then go to Carvana, do the online inquiry, and then go to a Hyundai dealership because that Hyundai dealership wants your car too because they could probably certify it. But definitely, and then also do like the Tesla trade-in because I've heard Tesla trade-ins are pretty lax. Like if there's damage on it, they don't really care about it and they'll let you kind of take it. Oh, they'll take it and it'll be fine. Prito, I've got full self-driving on a 2020 Model Y. I'm debating doing a transfer on a Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive. Hey, I mean, might as well take advantage of the offer if you want that full self-driving on your next one. Jeffrey, stock went up 10%. Yeah, it's nice to be a Tesla shareholder for sure. IT, I mean, I have a Tucson and I want to trade in for a Tesla for a new Model Y. Yes, 100%. Rob, they won't have the third row Juniper for another 6 months after release. It's a good point too. They release like the normal one and then they slowly release the performance one and then the third row around that time as well. Maybe they go off right off the gate and they do all of that. Patel, chat, what's the best deal on a Model Y? Should I wait or November to see? It might get better for sure. Crypto, 0% on 72 months on a Model X. Hey, maybe we'll get there with this purple line right here, this Model X inventory. If it keeps creeping up and up and up, then maybe we get there. In this last big topic, Tesla, Elon has promised that if you've got an older Tesla Model 3 that has hardware 3.0, that if it is not eligible to run full self-driving, you will get a free upgrade to the new hardware 4. So interesting to see this from the earnings call, because this might show that, hey, like maybe the market for these older Tesla Model 3s hardware with hardware 3 might actually stabilize, because if you can get one and you're already going to get the new hardware on it for free to get full self-driving, and this might be why they're offering this free full self-driving, because they know that hardware 3 might be limited and it actually might not be able to run the full self-driving. And this is what I've commonly said for a while, because I really feel like it's just like buying an iPhone, right? There's a iPhone 12, iPhone 10, iPhone 8, or whatever it is. And at some point, the older iPhone stops getting the upgrades and updates to the newest software. And where you have to get the iPhone 16 to get Apple AI. It's basically, I feel like, the same with Tesla vehicles. And so I used to be super in the weeds with like, oh, you got to make sure you got to get that vehicle of hardware 2.5 or 3, or else you don't get hardware 4 for the latest updates. At this point, it's going to be coming maybe at some point, and I wouldn't put too much weight on whether it has hardware 3 or hardware 4, especially for people that are shopping for used vehicles, like used Tesla 3s. Like some of these deals, I mean, the one thing at this point, maybe I would stay and try and stick to like a hardware 3 vehicle, which hardware 3 is going to be about 2019 onwards, especially for like a 2019 or 2020 vehicle. So certainly I would say try and stay in that ballpark after. I wouldn't do a 2018 because that's going to be hardware 2.5. And of course, mileage, you want to make sure it also has a little bit of warranty on the manufacturer battery warranty. And so that I would want to stay around that as well. But if you're going to be buying one of these Teslas, warranty is a big option. And that's where channel sponsors like Amber come into play. Think of Amber like a Apple Care for your iPhone. It's a great warranty that you can get, and I really like it because you can pay for it month to month instead of a huge monthly lump sum on protecting your Tesla. They've got 3 different package plans, from basic, essentials, and premiums, and basic starts at $65 a month to protect your Tesla vehicle. And on top of that, there's plenty of advantages of it over like the Tesla one, and so certainly take a look at it if you're interested in all the different things that are out there. There's a discount code down below if you want to get a quick quote and see what the offer is on a Amber Care for your Tesla vehicle. But still, very interesting to see that all these different Tesla vehicles are going to get an upgrade, and pretty interesting to see when will that rollout actually be. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. Cross, why the referral code only give me 500? Yeah, they made that change yesterday or 2 days ago when they did the 0%. Unfortunately, it's only $500 for the Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. Justin, do you know when Model 3 performance orders will start receiving the 2025 VINs? That's a good question, because there is some in inventory, I want to say, right? Let's take a look and see, because I know that right now Model 3 performance, there's only discounted inventory for the 2024 demos, but that's a good question. I mean, the one way to tell is like if you take a look at performance inventory, depending on where you're at, if it does not say 2024 under it, then it is a 2025. And so it looks like all the ones that are around me are 2024s, and holy moly, there is a lot of them around me, which is good, because if there's a lot of them, you know what that means. There's going to be some nice discounts. I think last time I checked, there was like $3,000 off. No, actually yesterday we found one $3,800 off a Model 3 Performance. That's the biggest discount I've seen on a Model 3 Performance. And of course, that was before the Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can get an extra $500 off. Delinquent got a Model Y long range lease for $15,800. Me happy. Oh, like you bought a used lease? Nice. There you go. That's a good deal for sure. Darius, when does the all deliver mean in inventory? Does it mean Tesla will ship the vehicle from one location to the closest one near me? Yes, 100%. One fit. Any difference between the long range Y or Y performance? Looking between these two, what do you mean by big difference? Yeah, there's like a different things with like the performance, the speed, the wing, the wheels, the suspension, all these different things. Yeah, there's a big difference. One fit, what's your strategy for negative equity? Test drive a Model Y overnight and I'm sold, but I've got 10K in negative equity. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, certainly take a shot and try. Unfortunately, the one thing is to get into the back end of Tesla finance, you do have to spend $250 to get into the finance situation, and Tesla might finance like $1,000 or $2,000 of negative equity, but I'm really not going to see them do any more than that. The biggest strategy is just trying to sell that vehicle for as much as possible, your negative equity vehicle, and maybe even private sale for sure. B, hardware 3 to hardware 4 upgrade sells full self-driving now. Yeah, 100%. Harshab, hardware 4 available in which year models of Model Y and Model 3? The newest ones. Rick, do you see free full self-driving transfer coming back as well as free full self-driving transfer, free supercharging transfer? Yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, why not, right? At this point, they might as well just throw everything at the wall, throw the sink at the wall, to try and get deliveries. Porto, my 2020 Model Y hardware is hardware 3, which is why I was considering getting a new one, but after Elon said it would upgrade it for free, probably better to keep it. Ooh, I bet he didn't expect that to happen, to try and nerf sales on that end. Rick, also transferred full self-driving last year from Model S. Could I transfer my model from my Model Y to, let's say, Cybertruck? Yeah, I don't see why not. David, I'm so on the fence on pulling the trigger on a Tesla. I still owe money on my current Tesla, and Tesla lowballing me on trade-in. Yeah, unfortunately, that's I would try some of the other options that we talked about earlier. Brad, inventory very low in my area. Yeah, and so that means if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of inventory, I would try and buy sooner than later, because you're not going to see these bigger discounts that you see on our deal list. These discounts are in areas that have a lot of inventory, and that's why they discount them, because high inventory, they're not moving, so they try and sell them. If you're in places that don't get a lot of Teslas, you kind of just want to pick your spots, find the vehicle, and then move on, because you won't see another one like that. Robert, will Tesla let us lease the Cybertruck in 2025? That's a good question, Robert. I would imagine so. I mean, there's a couple of things I feel like they're working with this Cybertruck. They're working on the $7,500 federal tax credit with the government, and then I bet Tesla leasing as well. And on top of that, probably a interest rate financing offer to try and move some of these Teslas as well. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything, and I'll see you guys in the next one.